Noticing the connection between you and the ground, allowing your legs to spread out, ankles unclasped. Arms could be resting at your side, allowing a free flow of energy to be released. Shoes off, glasses off, even watches, if those happen to be buzzing watches. Anything that'll disturb you or interfere with your comfort today. Let's bring our palms together and start rubbing them. What we're looking to do is create some heat here in our palms of our hands. Feeling that connection and that heat. Very gently place the palms of your hand right on your face. Feel the heat from your hands transfer to your face. Just noticing right here. Now allowing your fingertips to find your forehead and gently tapping on your forehead here. Just gentle taps. If you like rubs, rubbing in little circles, gently tapping right along your hairline on your forehead. Yeah. And when we're ready, gently making our way down to the sides, our temples, gently giving them some love here, moving in one direction, moving our fingers in the other direction. And now gently making our way down our jawline, right to that TMJ area. If it happens to be a little tender, give that area a little bit more attention, a little bit more focus on the jaw, right where that connection is. Just pay attention to any sensations there in the face. And when we're ready, making our way down to our jaw, our chin here, rubbing at the bottom. We could even use our fingers on the sides of our mouth, tracing the parentheses on the sides of the mouth. Now making our way to our eye sockets and just tracing the shape around. You could use gentle taps or circles, whatever you're most comfortable with. Just simply trace the eyeball sockets. Making your way to the crown of the nose now. And gently rubbing all the way down. Moving over to our earlobes from here, rubbing in front of the earlobes. Making your way to the back of the earlobe. And maybe even giving them a gentle tug on the earlobes themselves. Now, once again, place your palms on the entire surface of the face. And allow your face simply to relax. Let's take a deep breath in and let go fully. Allowing all expression from the face to drop. Could gently remove our hands from our face. Just noticing how your whole body responded from that very gentle face rub. This is something you could easily do at home on your own, very quickly. Resets your central nervous system. If you're using an eye pillow now, you could gently place your eye pillows over your eyes. I invite you to close your eyes if you have not already done so. Welcome to the Amrit method of Yoga Nidra. Allow your attention to begin to move inward. Feel your whole being beginning to soften and relax. Feel a sense of comfort, safety, and peace begin to wash over you. Now bring your bodies into awareness and recognize your bodies have been a trusted vehicle, creating accomplishments and contributions to the best of its ability. And now it is time for your bodies to rest deeply. Now follow my guidance as we take 3 more breaths. Ready? Let's inhale together. Holding that breath in, closing off the throat. And when prompted by the inner urging of the body, release the breath. Slow and steady. Deep-seated tension, leaving the body with the breath. And second breath now. Ready? Let's inhale together. Holding that breath in once again. Closing off the throat and allowing tension to build. Holding even a little bit longer this time, but without struggle. And then relax your face and shoulders and arms as you hold. Remember to relax. And when prompted, release fully. Letting it all out. Expelling from the body whatever is no longer needed. Entering a deeper state of relaxed awareness. All right, and third breath and final breath, let's inhale all together. Holding that breath in, once again, closing off the throat and holding even longer now, but without strain. Remain the neutral observer And when prompted, release the breath slow and steady, releasing it until there is nothing left. Until you are completely empty. Open. Breathe normally now. And simply allow the breath to rise and fall in its own rhythm. And the breath becoming progressively quieter until it is almost impossible to detect. Now feel yourself descending down. Into the stillness beneath the mind. Let go of that which you no longer need, and soften and relax. Let go. And let go even more. Release any struggle, any effort to make anything happen. Enter into a state of complete non-doing. As we enter this next phase of Yoga Nidra, try to remain as motionless as possible. However, if you need to move or make an adjustment, do so mindfully and return to stillness as soon as you are able. Resolve to remain awake, staying in touch with the sound of my voice. Simply allow your entire body to respond to what I say directly and non-mentally. Allow all thought, all effort to dissolve into the vast spaciousness of being. I invite you to enter into a state of complete non-doing. Now, once again, direct your full attention to your breath. Slowly, just observe the inhalations and exhalations. Feel the breath flowing as a continuous, unbroken current. Abdomen rising as you inhale, and abdomen falling as you exhale. Do absolutely nothing from now on. Release any effort to make anything happen. Settle into the silent spaciousness of being. Now allow yourself to respond directly and non-mentally as we move awareness through different parts of your body. And allow your attention to move without effort or ease, strain, optimizing the flow and release of energy blockages. Now let's bring our attention to our brow center or third eye. Pit of the throat, your right shoulder, elbow, your wrist, thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and little finger, wrist, elbow, shoulder, pit of your throat, your left shoulder, elbow, wrist, thumb, index finger, middle finger, and ring finger. and little finger, wrist, elbow, shoulder, pit of the throat, middle of the chest, right side of the chest, middle of the chest, left side of the chest, middle of the chest, belly button, lower abdomen, middle of the pubic bone, navel point, lower abdomen, middle of the chest, pit of the throat. Now bring your attention back to your third eye or eyebrow center and disappear into the vast spaciousness. Released energies, balancing, integrating, and restoring here. Now it is dark, and imagine that you are walking through a forest. You are carrying a backpack, and in it are your most treasured items. In the far distance, you see a bonfire burning, and as you approach the bonfire, you see that no one is around. You know that this bonfire has been made specifically for you. You feel safe to take off your backpack and sit down. Slowly you unpack the backpack. Looking at your belongings, noticing what is important to you. Just behind you, you notice the flickering light from the bonfire illuminating a well. And you walk over, and the well is dark and deep. There is a bucket on a chain, and you lower it into the well, and it disappears into the darkness. You can feel the bucket on the chain as it lowers down, however, you cannot see it. Now you pull the bucket up. Notice what it feels like as it begins to come close to the surface. As the bucket comes to the surface, you tilt it towards the light so you are able to see what's inside. Become aware of the spontaneous thoughts and feelings arising without needing to do anything about it. As you look at what has surfaced, bring it back with you towards the heat of the bonfire. And you have a choice. If what has surfaced is helpful, a treasured part of you, you may choose to keep it and place it along the side of your other items, your most treasured items. If it is not helpful, you have the choice to throw it into the bonfire and watch it dissolve and burn. If you choose to burn your item, throw it into the fire now if you have not already done so. Watch it curl up into the flames and disappear. You are now unburdened. You're free and clear of that thing. If you chose to keep your item, place it alongside your other items and allow this part of you to take its rightful place. Notice how you feel more whole, more comfortable. Simply honor and recognize and accept this part of you. With this resolved, you allow yourself to deeply rest and integrate by the fire, feeling the warmth. Recognizing that the choice you have made affects you on every level of your being. Feel it reshaping and changing your entire energetic structure to reflect this shift that you have now made. As light begins to dawn and the fire burns low, it is time to move on. You begin to place your most treasured items one by one back into your backpack. Placing your backpack back on, you once again continue on your journey. Pausing for a moment to look back at the well and the smoldering fire that has helped you to come to a resolution today. Now give yourself the permission to enter into the deepest level and let go. Thoughts rising and dissolving and coming and going. Without preference to pull towards any one thought. Now allow yourself to receive the following intention and let your whole body listen. I allow love to come to me, knowing that I am already whole. I am at peace in the midst of disturbance. The more fully I let go, the more fully my body can restore its health and well-being. Know that any releases and shifts and changes that need to take place are happening independently of your doing. And at this time, feel the presence of any guides, mentors, or teachers you feel connected to. You may even sense them as a universal force of energy surrounding you or guiding you. Know that this presence surrounds you always. And you can draw on this presence at any time. If there is any guidance to be received at this time, either as a felt sense, words, images, allow yourself to receive it now. Otherwise, simply rest back in the grace and protection of presence. If there is a family member, life situation, or relationship that needs resolution at this time or healing, let your attention go there now. Surrounding it with the light of your neutral awareness. Allowing yourself to open to this situation in a new way. Recognize at this time that you've made a major shift in perspective. And this shift will enable you to interact with yourself and with the world in a new way. The more often you connect with your new perspective, the more empowered you become to shape and create your own life. You are the creator of your experience of life. Now begin to slowly feel yourself beginning to rise to the surface of awareness. Notice the rising and the falling of your breath. Simply coming back to the breath. No effort or control on your part. Simply coming back. Slowly now beginning to come back to your physical body. Notice your body lying on the ground or the couch. Noticing the quality of air as it touches your skin. When you feel the impulse, you could begin to move. Maybe start by wiggling your fingers and your toes. Or you could remain perfectly still. Pardon. If you'd like, you could even reach your arms over your head like that first stretch in the morning. Breathing deeply, reaching back with your arms and forward with your toes. Just stretching. When you are ready, you could gently roll to one side or remain exactly as you are. Here we could take a moment and just thank ourselves for showing up today, for showing our bodies some love, for doing some self-care, for taking a moment to pause. Thank you. Now, using the strength of our arms, we can very gently bring ourselves up to a seated position or remain perfectly still. You do not need to move. With our eyes closed, bringing our hands to our hearts, just take a moment here to feel. Notice how quiet our breath is. Notice how relaxed our bodies are. Notice how quiet our minds have become. Be still and be grateful and know that you could get here and come back again and again and again. Thank you so much for allowing us to guide you to this place of stillness today. Namaste. We're going to leave you all in silence and peace to slowly come out of this experience.